Tricked my mom into finally admitting that my cooking was good. I dropped out of nursing school last year to go to culinary school. My mom has never forgiven me for it. Like, she brings it up constantly. Every single family dinner, every phone call, every time I see her. You could have been making 6 figures as a nurse by now. My friend's daughter just became a lawyer. When are you going to get a real career? The worst part is, whenever I cook something, she tears it apart. Doesn't matter what it is or how good everyone else says it tastes. I made this fancy 3-course dinner for Christmas. Appetizers, main course, dessert, the whole thing. My dad was going back for seconds. My brother literally asked me to teach him the recipe. My aunt took pictures to post on Facebook. And my mom, the chicken's dry. Did you even use a meat thermometer? It wasn't dry. Everyone else said it was perfectly moist, but she found something to criticize anyway. Then there was her work party last month. She asked me to make food for it, which I thought meant she was finally starting to appreciate my cooking. I spent 8 hours making these meatballs from scratch. It's my signature dish. I came up with the recipe myself after months of experimenting with different spices and sauce combinations. They're honestly amazing. The party comes and these meatballs disappear in like 45 minutes. People kept coming back to the kitchen asking if there were more. Her coworker literally asked for the recipe so she could make them at home. I asked my mom what she thought. She just shrugged and said, they were drinking. Alcohol makes everything taste better. They'd had like 1 glass of wine each. They weren't drunk. They just actually liked my food. That's when I realized she was never going to admit I could cook, not unless I forced her to. So I came up with a plan. I was going to trick her into complimenting my cooking before she knew it was mine. I made her favorite meal from scratch. This specific pasta dish she's been obsessed with since I was a kid. I know exactly how she likes it. Extra garlic, light on the pepper, with this specific cheese that's hard to find. I made it perfect. Plated it all nice and professional looking. Then I put it in a plain takeout container, the kind you'd get from any random restaurant. I had my boyfriend film me making the whole thing, start to finish, just in case I needed proof later. Then I called my mom. Hey, me and Ryan are eating at this new place downtown called Bella's Kitchen. They have that pasta dish you love. Want us to bring you some? She immediately said yes. Of course she did. She can never resist that dish. I drove it over to her house, still warm, told her all about this fake restaurant, how the owner was this sweet old lady from Italy, how they only used fresh ingredients, how there was a 30-minute wait because it was so popular. She started eating it right away and immediately started complimenting it. Oh my god, this is incredible. The sauce is perfect. How did they get it so flavorful? She was going on and on about how good it was, how she needed to go there herself next week, how she was going to tell all her friends about it. I waited until she was almost done with the whole plate. Then I asked her to describe it in detail so Ryan and I could write a review online. She spent like 10 minutes talking about how amazing it was, the texture of the pasta, the balance of flavors, how you could tell they used quality ingredients. She even said it was better than the version she used to get from her favorite restaurant that closed down. That's when I told her. I made it. She completely froze, fork halfway to her mouth, just staring at me. What? I cooked that in my kitchen this morning. Her face went through like 5 different emotions: confusion, disbelief, and anger. She put her fork down. No, you didn't. You're lying. Ryan pulled out his phone and showed her the video of me making it. Every single step, from boiling the water to plating it in that takeout container. She tried to grab his phone to see if it was edited or something. Then she pulled out her own phone and Googled Bella's Kitchen with our city name. Nothing came up because it doesn't exist. She put her phone down and immediately started backtracking. Well, it's actually really spicy. It burned my mouth, and there's way too much sauce. Then why'd you eat almost the entire thing? She didn't answer, just sat there looking at her plate. Mom, just admit it. You liked my cooking. No. Ryan and I got up to leave, but as we were walking to the door, I looked back and saw her pick up her fork again. She was still eating it. I walked back into the kitchen. Mom, seriously, just say it. She kept chewing, not looking at me. Then she started laughing, like actually laughing. Fine. Yes, you're a good chef. Happy? After a whole year of telling me I was wasting my time, of criticizing every single thing I made, of acting like Gordon Ramsay on a bad day, she finally admitted it. Best meal I ever cooked.